I want to begin with the swing and a miss taken by President Biden yesterday. All right, so President Biden gave a speech on campus unrest. Let's listen to it before I spin it in any way. Just let you hear it. Cut number one, the president.
Good morning. Before I head to North Carolina, I wanted to speak for a few moments about what's going on our college campuses here. We've all seen the images, and they put to the test two fundamental American principles. Excuse me. The first is the right to free speech and for people to peacefully assemble and make their voices heard. The second is the rule of law. Both must be upheld. We are not an authoritarian nation where we silence people or squash dissent. The American people are heard. In fact, peaceful protest is in the best tradition of how Americans respond to consequential issues. But, neither are we a lawless country. We are a civil society, and order must prevail. Throughout our history, we've often faced moments like this because we are a big, diverse, free-thinking, and freedom-loving nation. In moments like this, there are always those who rush in to score political points. But this isn't a moment for politics. It's a moment for clarity. So let me be clear. Peaceful protest in America. Violent protest is not protected. Peaceful protest is. It's against the law when violence occurs. Destroying property is not a peaceful protest. It's against the law. Vandalism, trespassing, breaking windows, shutting down campuses, forcing the cancellation of classes and graduations. None of this is a peaceful protest. Threatening people, intimidating people, instilling fear in people is not a peaceful protest. It's against the law. Dissent is essential to democracy, but dissent must never lead to disorder or to denying the rights of others so students can finish the semester and their college education. Look, it's basically a matter of fairness. It's a matter of what's right. There's the right to protest, but not the right to cause chaos. People have the right to get an education, the right to get a degree, the right to walk across the campus safely without fear of being attacked. But let's be clear about this as well. There should be no place on any campus, no place in America for anti-Semitism or threats of violence against Jewish students. There is no place for hate speech or violence of any kind, whether it's anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, or discrimination against Arab Americans or Palestinian Americans. It's simply wrong. There's no place for racism in America. It's all wrong. It's un-American. I understand people have strong feelings and deep convictions. In America, we respect the right and protect the right for them to express that. But it doesn't mean anything goes. It needs to be done without violence, without destruction, without hate, and within the law. You know, make no mistake, as president, I will always defend free speech, and I will always be just as strong in standing up for the rule of law. That's my responsibility to you, the American people, and my obligation to the Constitution. Thank you very much.
All right, that was a grand total of 3 minutes and 17 seconds. It took the president over 2 minutes to get to the real problem in the United States right now, which is people on the campuses are displaying massive hatred of Jewish people, of course, the state of Israel. Anti-Semitism has been sweeping the country for months. These have been verbal and physical assaults aimed exclusively at Jews. There were, in the aftermath of October 7th, two very horrific Islamophobic moments in the United States, but that's not what we're talking about now. And the president is so afraid of losing Michigan that he can't come out and say, I'm here to talk about anti-Semitism. And I don't care if it's on the campus. I don't care if you're blocking the West Side Highway. I don't care if you're trying to shut down the 10. If you're trying to obstruct airports, we're going to talk about anti-Semitism. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's evil. It's the ancient evil, and you've got to stop. Israel has a right to exist. Israel was declared a country in 1948. It was the re-indigenization, to quote Yossi Klein Halevi, of a portion of the Middle East historically settled by the Jewish people 2,500, 3,500, 4,500 years ago. I don't know what the exact number is, but we know the Second Temple was destroyed by the Romans in 70 AD. We are working for peace in the Middle East, but we are not going to tolerate attacks on Jews on campus.